There was a tragedy in Florida affecting so many people here. 4 members of a Massachusetts family killed in a crash during a vacation to Disney World. And tonight, survivors and relatives are talking about their loved ones only with WBZ. Tonight, they're sharing their gratitude for friends and for strangers who have really opened their arms to support them. Good evening to you. I'm David Wade.
And I'm Lisa Hughes. In the Fay family home in Weymouth, they told me they lean on each other for strength, and they give thanks for the 2 surviving sisters, Shaylee and Skylar.
I'm grateful that they're alive. I mean, honestly, I'm grateful that Bill was there. I don't think I could have done this by myself.
Shane Smith and his father-in-law, Bill Fay, were just a day into a Disney vacation meticulously planned by Bill's daughter, Julie, Shane's wife.
She would pretty much say, "Mom, Dad, you're going, right?" You know, so, you know, and we enjoyed it.
None more than the princesses, 10-year-old Shaylee and her 5-year-old twin sisters, Skylar on the right, Scarlett in the middle.
She's just a sweetie. I mean, you know, at 5 years old, you know, there's not a whole lot of negative things going on, you know, to think of. So she used to call me her big bear.
This is the last photo of the girls together. Julie took this photo while Shane snapped this shot of their 12-year-old Jackson at the Lego store. The images now treasures. Do you remember the accident?
I don't.
And I was hanging by the seatbelt, looking down, and Shane was underneath me and unconscious.
Their van was rear-ended 10 miles from Disney World, hit with such force it flipped. Passing drivers pulled Shane, Bill, and the girls into their cars.
I did see the jaws of life being used on the vehicle, so, and it had impacted right where my wife had been sitting.
Josephine, his wife of 51 years, was gone.
Joe used to say to me, if anything happens to me, you're not going to know what to do. And I fluffed it off. I said, oh, yeah, okay. But she was right.
Is that how you feel now?
Yes, right. Lost my best friend, Lisa.
They also lost Scarlett and Julie. It would be hours before Susan, home in Massachusetts, reached her dad in the hospital and then called her siblings.
Just said there's been a horrible car accident and, you know, Mom's dead. I just started crying,
you did.
But it didn't stop.
The list kept going.
She then said Julie. And then Scarlett. My mind can't even handle it. And then she said Jackson is really bad.
Jackson, the soccer-loving 6th grader, didn't make it, but his organs saved at least 4 lives.
His heart and his, you know, his liver were able to go to children that were younger than him. And then his kidneys and his lungs were obviously given to separate, but they're all older, you know, considered young adults. So, you know, it certainly makes you feel good from the standpoint of that he was able to help somebody, you know. That makes you feel better.
There is comfort in memory.
My daughter was a remarkable person. I can't say enough. She loved her children. And she was so bright.
Mom and Julie, and we can say Jackson and Scarlett, would be so themselves overwhelmed of realizing how much a difference their lives have made on people.
And in the overwhelming support, and even from the airlines.
Like when they got off the plane, they were the first ones off, and they didn't rush that moment. And I was just never happier in my life than to know that we had 4 of you still.
Even now, Bill feels Joe with him.
I know she's in heaven, okay, because she couldn't be anywhere else.
Yeah, that's right.
And you know,
They will remember their angels at a wake this Friday and a funeral on Saturday for all 4 of their loved ones. And 10-year-old Shaylee will actually be reading a poem for each of them. There are 2 memorial funds, one for the family and the other that's been set up for a pediatric fund at Tufts Medical Center. And we've put that information on our website. My thanks to the family.